Sam, by the time we play on Saturday afternoon, you've had a fortnight since the last game. What have you done to fill your time?
Pretty much what I said after the game at Hereford. Prior to that, we're obviously only 2 weeks down the line in terms of working with the players every day. We've done a lot of work over the 3 games that we had. This 2-week period was a really important time to do a hell of a lot of work that we felt that we needed to do to improve as a team, with and without the ball, and that's exactly what we've done.
It's almost like your own pre-season in a way, because you've had 2 weeks without a game.
Yeah, it's probably, in some ways, obviously we were disappointed because of the run that we've been on. We wanted the game to be on for obvious reasons, but in other ways it maybe could be potentially a blessing in disguise because of the work that we've done, because of it's give lads who've got injuries time to get back fit. So we're hoping that we've got come Saturday a full bill of health as such, and the players will be all ready to go, obviously taking on board everything that we've worked on for the last 4 weeks really, but especially these 2 weeks that we've just had, we've really knuckled down in terms of style of play with and without the ball, which we thought was really important, and the players have been great. So
is it hard keeping players, I don't say keeping them motivated, but when they know they don't have a game at the weekend, was it a little bit harder last week?
Yeah, possibly, yeah, because obviously the bigger picture for them is preparing for games on the Saturday, so we had to manage that and make sure that with the work that we did it's dead easy to put training sessions on. Anyone can get a coaching manual, put a session on and get players through it, but that's not the way that we like to do it. Everything that we try to do is related to what will actually happen in the game, so the players have to be switched on mentally, they have to be thinking about what they're doing in training, in pretty much every different type of exercise that we do, so it's stimulating for the players. They've had rest as well, which is really important, and come Saturday hopefully everyone's fresh, ready and raring to go.
And on Saturday that's a game against Kidderminster. What can you tell us about Kidderminster? I know you weren't here last year, but everyone I think they were widely regarded as the best footballing side in the division last year. They've had a change of manager since.
Yeah, I went down to watch them on Saturday. I went down to Kidderminster to watch them against Blythe. We've watched previous games on the internet as well that we've got access to. Still a good footballing team. I think a few players have moved on, they've got new players in, but they still play the same way. Maybe a little bit more direct than what they've been in the past at times. And on Saturday it'll be a really good footballing game with the way that we're are playing as well, so we're looking forward to it.
Do you see them as one of the big challenges for promotion this season?
Yeah, I think they'll be up there in and around it from what I've seen. They've got 3 or 4 good players at this level. I think there's a lot of areas that we feel we can exploit the weaknesses as well after watching them play 2 or 3 times between myself and Stuart. So there's things that we've worked on that we think will cause them problems. I'm sure they'll be doing exactly the same. They're probably looking at things maybe we can do better and they can exploit us, which is how football is. But I think for certain it'll be a good footballing game on Saturday, and then hopefully we're the better team on the day, and that's how we feel. We think we've got better players than them all over. We think we've got better options on the bench than them, and come Saturday the players will be ready.
I think the supporters will be really pleased to hear you say that, but do you think at the same time that puts you under more pressure to win the game?
There's always pressure, that's what it's all about. Whether you're a manager, a coach, a player, the players that go on and play at really high levels deal with that better than obviously others, but there's still pressure. We know what's expected of us, we know what the crowd expects of us, and that's football. If you can't deal with it, then you're in the wrong sport. It's as simple as that. So we've got to rise to that challenge and if we put in good performances, we'll get results. That's the way that I see it. And we have played well. We've got a win, obviously we've got a couple of draws. When we lost our way in the Hereford game, as I spoke to you after the game, it was by what we did for 20 minutes in the second half. We've shown the players that, we've worked on that, so there's a pretty clearer picture in terms of the way that our style of play and we think we should play to win football matches.
Can you give us a little bit of an insight into your life as a manager? So obviously we know players come in for 2 or 3 hours a day for training.
Yeah.
But when you're watching all these videos, how many extra hours are you putting in when the players aren't in the building with you?
Yeah, it's pretty much, I'm pretty obsessed with it, to be honest with you, so it's very difficult to switch off, but I've got a wife at home, I've got children at home, so at some stage you've got to try and do that, and I've tried to do that. Obviously I did go down to Kidderminster on Saturday, but Sunday I tried to spend that with my family. I'm not a very good sleeper as it is, so normally by the time my children get up for school at 7:30 in the morning, I've probably been up from 4:30 watching videos, so try to get a lot of it on my day off done then. And then when we are at work, before training, after training, we're down at the ground till all hours trying to plan, prepare and make things as easy for the players as possible. We try to give them everything that they need, so when it comes Saturday There's no excuses. This is us. This is what we're trying to do.
And you mentioned your players, you had a couple of injuries. How is everyone after the format break?
Yeah, we're hoping everyone's fine. The ones who had Alex Kempster, Sean Newton are not a million miles away now. They've had a couple of good weeks with Ian Gallagher. They've done some work on the football side of it with myself and Stuart as well. So we're hoping by Friday now that everyone will be available for selection with a little bit of luck, which is really important. We need everyone fit.
Have you got any update on your situation?
No, just carry on. Just trying to do what I think's right, what I think, as I said all along, what players need. The big thing for me is I really enjoy doing this. That is, whether when I was doing it with the under-19s, I was enjoying it. When I'm doing this with senior players, I'm still really enjoying it. I speak to obviously the people at the football club every day, which I do anyway, which I've been doing since the end of June, so that doesn't change. And then at some stage, I'm sure there'll be some sort of conversation, but I'm not even worried about that. We just carry on, crack on. The players have been brilliant. They've been really receptive to everything that we've asked. The environment seems really good in terms of coming in every day. They've got a smile on their face. They're working hard, which is really important. And we just carry on.
Have they not given you any indication about how long this? Because if I was you, you'd want some sort of certainty over it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, ideally, in an ideal world, I'd like the chairman, Dave, whoever it is, to come to me, Sam, we're really pleased, we want to offer you the manager's job. But I can't affect that. All I can do is affect what we do day to day and what we do in games. And hopefully that'll be good enough to impress everybody. And then at some stage there might be a conversation. But I'm not worried, I just carry on, do my job, do what I'm employed by the football club to do. And this, I said that right at the very beginning, we have a responsibility to win football matches. And if I can help make that happen, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Ask about the FA Cup draw. On paper at home to Ashton Athletic, it looks pretty favourable, you've got to say.
Yeah, they're never easy games. Being involved in them myself as a player, no matter who it is, what level they come from, they're never ever easy. First and foremost, it's at home, which is good for us. We watched them yesterday against Morpeth, so we've got a bit of an understanding what they're about. But it's a good game for us, and we want to try and progress and get as far as we can in every competition that we're in. So we're looking forward to that as well. But the most important thing, first and foremost, is this weekend and putting in a really good performance and getting a good result.
I'm sure we'll speak more about it next week. But there's a lot more money as well in the FA Cup this year.
Yeah.
In the lower teams, isn't there? So it's a really big incentive for any football club to make it through.
It is, yeah. That's what generates obviously income if you're trying to do things behind the scenes, if you're trying to recruit players. If it benefits the football club generally by bringing income in through having good cup runs, these are the things that we have a responsibility to get to actually go well and win games. It's the same thing, you know. Winning football matches is good for everything and everybody who's related to a football club.
Brilliant, thank you.
All right, thanks.